What's good? What's good, people? This your boy Scott Lewis, apartment gamer and more. Brooklyn Nets Stoop Edition. What's good? All right, today we play the Pistons. It's gonna be one of those games. We gotta hang in there, guys. Gotta hang in there. Today, let's see what the starting lineup is. Let's see. I'm putting the starting lineup up. Let me bring. Hopes everybody's doing good today. The weather's kind of gloomy. Like, I don't know. I haven't been out there, so let's see what the starting lineup is. Have anybody been looking at Drake Powell in the G League? He's doing his thing, huh? Okay. For Brooklyn, Terrence Mann, Michael Porter Jr., Nolan Triol, Nola Clowney, and Nick Claxton. For Detroit, Duncan Robinson, Javon Green, Jenkins, point guard, Tobias Harris, point forward, Jalen Duren, center. Cade is out, so I don't know how that's going to affect the game, but yeah, Cade is out. So kind of give us a little break, but Duran's playing, and Duran is doing his thing. So it's going to be an interesting game. But I think the Nets, they due for a victory. Let's look at the standings. NBA standing. Let's see. Let's take a look at the standings. Okay. Let's take a look at the standings. So far, we are 15-47. We have a 10-game losing streak. The worst losing streak in the NBA. This year, we just going to break all kind of records and losing. We got 250-game losses. We got active losing streak in the NBA. The Pacers are trying to keep up. So, they just keep losing. So, do the Pacers play today? Let's see. They played yesterday. They played them all. So, we just one game behind them in the losing column. They are staying active in their loss. And the Wizards are trying to keep up too. What about the Western Conference? It's just I don't think anybody's gonna catch up to the Kings. Let me see. The Kings are the Kings are just effective. they are they are effective. Yeah, they 14-50. 14-50. How you be 14-50? That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, sure, I can't say too much. You 15-30-47. So I mean, it ain't exactly jumping out of the. Let's see. The Eastern Pistons are 4 games ahead. The only team is the Celtics. Surprisingly, the Celtics are going to be relevant. I'm telling you, the Celtics are going to be relevant. The Knicks are going to be relevant. They're going to be relevant. And with the Celtic news of Jason coming back, that's going to make the Celtics interesting team. I don't know how well he's going to play, but I mean, it ain't going to be a walk in the cake to beat them. They've been playing well. The Cavs are hanging in there at 39-24. In the Western Conference, the Thunder is still rolling. The Spurs are hanging in there, right behind them, 2.5 games. And the Timberwolves moved up. I think they lost today. Did the Timberwolves lose today? Let's take a look. Games. Yeah, they lost. Well, they losing to Magic. 108-88 right now in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left. Yeah, I think they cashed this game in. Orlando needs some help, man. I don't know what's going on with that team. They should be better than what they are. Their record is 33-28. They 3 games above, 5 games above 500. Wow, they should be better than that. I don't know what's going on, but they won 5. Well, they won 2 in a row. Excuse me. So, that being said, let's go back to our team and I'm going to preview. Okay. The record 15, Brooklyn 15-47, Detroit 45-16, just the opposite of each other. Standing first, Brooklyn's in 14 play, 7-25 home and away. Home record for Detroit is 23-7 and away. What else we have? Offensive rating, Brooklyn is 28th. Detroit is 11th. Detroit is second in defensive rating, and net rating is third. They have nothing to play with. Michael Porter Jr. is shooting 24.2% with 7.0 RPGs average. Jalen Duren is shooting at 18.4% points for the game. Team leaders, Cade is 25.2. Jalen Duren rebounds 10.7. Assist is Cade Cunningham. So with Cade out, they missing a lot. Last 5 games for Brooklyn is a loss. Not even going through it. Last two losses for Detroit was against the Spurs and the Cavs. Then they won their last couple of games. Previous matchup, Detroit was 130 over 77. Brooklyn's playing with white uniform. Okay. I am. Yeah, so today we got Detroit, and let's see what's the next game after that. Let's go to the schedule. Let's take a look. We only got I think 18 games left, so I know a lot of Net fans can't wait for the season to end, so that I do know. All right, let me see how many games we got left. Let's see how many games we got left. Okay, then let's see. Take a look at how many games we got left. We have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. We got 20 games left before this horror show is over. 20 games left. I want to talk a little bit about Drake Powell. That's why he's down in the G League. Is it beneficial for him to be in the G League? Do you feel like he need to be up here? Do you feel he need to be playing? Because this is a great game for him to play in against a good defense. Because it seems like everybody that goes to the G League, it's too easy for them. All the rookies play very well in the G League. They spotlight them, they give them the ball, they let them play. Let me actually bring up some clips of Drake Powell in the G League. And that's why I say that. It can benefit, to actually sit on the bench is probably a taboo for players. You actually want to be running, seeing sets, seeing bodies in motion, even if it is subpar defense. It doesn't matter. You still need that adrenaline push, and you need to see bodies. It helps you keep your wit when you're on the court. Plus, it gives you a little bit of confidence, especially when you playing well. So, let me bring it up. What's good, Jamal? What's good, man? What's up, LB? Oh, I'm gonna put the link up. On Twitter, I sent LB. I sent you your personal thing. You and Jamal have one. Y'all have your own. But I put the regular link. The link is up. Excuse me. Oh, LB said the G League is not close to the NBA. Oh no, no, but I mean you don't want to sit around and not just be practicing. There ain't nothing like something that help build your confidence. And the G League coaches know what their purpose is. You know what I'm saying? They know why you there, especially if you've been picked in the first round recently. That's my thing. Oh, we got LB in the house. What's good, guys? What's good, LB?
Yeah, what's up?
Not much.
Yeah, I saw what you were saying. Now I wanted John. I did include him on the Twitter today to see so you could watch Darren Peterson.
Oh, I hope. 1 minute. Jamal, I hope everything is okay with you.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. Life is a motherfucker. I know that.
Yes.
Everybody got their ups and downs. I feel it too.
Yep.
So, but just hang in
Including
there.
including Drake.
Yeah, yeah. He has to be saying to himself, "Damn, man,
I
everybody's up
just think
there."
the G League is
It's a
you know
setback.
no, I'm saying it. I just think there's such a big chasm between that and the NBA.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
that
so too.
that
I think so.
come on, what's the name was going off there? Tariq
Yeah,
Whitehead.
yeah, yeah. Everybody.
Yeah, so that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Saraf putting up 20 something points and 10
remember
rebounds.
TLC, even he was
Yeah,
doing good
yeah.
down there. So
Everybody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a big difference. All I'm saying is you want to stay.
I
Basically,
just I just
it's
don't
just
believe that.
cardio.
I believe if they played him 30 minutes a game or
He'll
whatever,
improve.
like started him and let him play. I
Yeah,
believe, he'd make a lot of mistakes. Yeah, he'd go through the ups and downs of, having confidence, losing it, getting it back. But I don't think it would ruin him.
right, right.
This ain't like, this ain't like a pitcher where they hurt the arm or something from trying too hard or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely, definitely.
So I
Yeah,
just feel like you put him out there,
let
uh,
him run. Yeah, let him run. Yeah,
yeah, and then he gets to know some of the players too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Some of them, honestly, I think Jordy is looking at it as like a lot of them are not going to be there next year, so it doesn't matter whether
Mm,
you get to know them or not, because there's going to be a big shakeup.
yeah, you
You
mean
understand?
like you mean including our draft picks? You mean?
Yeah, yeah, including, and they can't keep all five.
Yeah,
They ain't gonna keep all five. They not. They not. Or let's just put it this way: Sean is keeping
I
his
think you could. I think you could keep. I
two or
think
three.
you
You
can
can
keep
keep
four
three. You
because
could. You
look,
could.
four play different positions.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like if you wanted to, you could have, and I'm not saying starting wise, but I'm just
Right, right,
saying
right. Just on the
you
bench.
could
Yeah,
have Wolf as a five or a four. You got
yeah. He could be a.
Yegor as a three. You could have Nolan running the point, and you could have Drake as the two guard.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. No.
obviously, if you get someone in that bumps someone, right? Like if you get
Right,
someone like a Peterson, he bumps who's ever at the two.
right, right,
If
right.
you get the monster, he bumps or moves someone who's at the three.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then so for and same with Boozer.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or with Boozer, maybe they'll all play.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, like, when you a GM, you're I'm quite sure your um actual roster is fluid. Other words, you don't know what's going to happen. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
you don't know who will make a move, and then a team make a move, and then you can jump in.
yeah,
If you need to jump in, they might ask, "Oh well, what about
yeah.
this rookie?"
Yeah,
You know
because
what I'm saying?
I was looking at our draft capital, and it's kind of confusing with the second rounds. But we do have two second round picks, right? So we have one first.
Yeah,
I'm saying for 2026, we have our own first,
right,
and then it gets complicated because they say we get the lesser of this, but the better of this,
right,
and then I think we have outright we have Atlanta's second round pick.
right,
So if we have Atlanta's second round pick, that's probably going to be in the uh probably in the 40s, right?
right.
Because they'll probably make the play in or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it'll be, but then but I don't mind. I was just saying, I was just telling emo Nets fan today because he asked me, "Yo, who do you want in the draft?" And I said, "Oh, I want AJ.
Right,
I'm just gonna make it known. I want AJ. If I can't get AJ, then I want Peterson." And if I can't get Peterson, then I want Caleb. And then it would be what's the name fourth for me, Boozer.
right.
I know a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people have it the opposite, like getting Boozer first.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people like Boozer a lot, or they looking at our shortcoming and want to actually move some of our bigs, you know, which has been
I just feel like there's a thing where if you get and that was funny if you watched the Kansas game, like
yeah, I
during the
watched it.
last fourth of the
Yeah,
game. Then they started letting Peterson
do his
play
thing.
point. You let
Right,
him
right,
play a little point guard,
right, right, right.
and
Yeah,
and I don't know what John was saying about uh his loner thing will stop him from being a big
uh,
scorer. I don't know what that means, but it
I don't know
obviously
what.
didn't stop Cam Thomas from scoring, right?
No, it didn't.
He could
Yeah,
be in a silo and still score.
we have two second round picks. Yeah, Atlanta's second round pick, which is probably going to be
It's gonna be
uh,
it's gonna be the top
in the middle.
45, right?
Yeah, close to it,
Yeah,
around
because
that.
there'll be 30 in the first round, and then
Right.
they're probably
10 or
like,
10 or 15 games behind that. Yeah.
yeah.
Inside the second round.
That
Yeah.
that that other one is the one that confuses me. We got the
That
least
is
favorable of LA Clippers
oh well
and the
that
most favorable of Boston's.
that's
So
gonna be
that kind of
around the middle of
confuses
that
me.
too. That's gonna be that those two second round picks ain't early second round picks.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like,
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
be
But
a favorable of Miami to Indiana and
But
Milwaukee
I
to
was telling
Memphis.
guy, I was saying, well, with the second round, I just want best player available first, and
Yeah.
then if we could manage to get take a chance on a big man,
Right, right.
get some kind of center in here.
Yeah. We need a big. We really do. Speaking of bigs, Javon
Uh,
McGee,
JaVale.
Javel McGee in overseas is putting up big numbers, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like he couldn't still play. I mean,
he,
he
I think,
still does what he can do, right?
right, right. Would you think about trying to get him up here?
Probably not.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
not. No, I'm saying because I know that, this is the year that we're supposed to, after this summer, we're supposed to start looking towards the play-in, right?
Right, right,
Because we don't want Houston to have a lottery pick, right? Since we still have the Houston swap.
right, right.
So we don't want to give them a lottery pick. But
Oh yeah, Houston has the right to swap in 2027.
yeah, so that's why I'm saying, we'll get those other picks. We'll get those other three. And that's great that the Knicks and the Lakers. What's the third one?
Via LA Lakers, no
Okay.
protection, second round.
Oh, I forgot we got rid of one of our 27s. Remember?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got rid of one of the wait, we have our okay, we swap with Houston, we get the Knicks and we get the LA,
Right.
right?
But
But
that's a
we
second rounder, though.
oh, that's the second rounder, so that doesn't even matter. We got
Yeah.
rid of one of our 27s in that one of those trades recently, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think that was in the Michael Porter, right?
Right. I think yeah, we got rid of that one. I or
It
did
was
we?
somebody. It was or
And
another
we took
deal
and we
because we
took
had
Denver.
three 2027s of other people's,
I can't
and
remember.
yeah, someone else. If someone can say it in the chat, I definitely will
Yeah, I'm not sure. Did we have a 2027? Yeah, that's a good one.
because we had our own, and then somehow it might have been when we. You know what? It might have been when we got the 26 and 27 back.
Right.
I mean the 25 and the 26 back. We might have given them one of the 27s
Right.
to get that back.
We
So,
got Leaf in the house. What's up, Leaf?
hey, what's up, Lee?
I'm just admiring all the picks that we not gonna get.
Listen,
But
did we
nobody,
get
but
rid of
everybody in
Leaf? Did we
everybody in
get
Netsland want to remain hopeful about a whole bunch of bullshit. But I mean, it is what it is. What
yeah.
you was about to ask me, Scott?
Yeah, yeah. Did we get rid of one of the 2027? Did we have another first round pick in 2027 that we
Yeah,
gave
for a
up?
while we had
Um,
three.
I think so, but I think it belonged initially to somebody else and some other pick. I don't remember it being
Yeah,
ours.
it wasn't
I
our
think
own,
yeah, it wasn't our own. So like our
but
own, we
but I
it
think
was
we
like a
either
big
gave it
swap,
up for Porter or
something like that.
or we gave it up.
I know
We
we didn't. No, we
used
didn't. Cam Johnson went alone. Cam Johnson went alone, and we got a 32 back for first round 32 back for 2032 back for him. So if I had to remember the picks, I gotta go to basketball. I gotta go to a basketball reference to remember the picks. But Sean Marks is such an idiot.
Yeah,
Um,
he do. He just all over the place, man.
yes, he is. Yes, he
yeah.
very much is. And it's kind of disgusting, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. But hold on, let me take a
Yeah,
look.
that Badunga kid looked good though.
Said Badunga,
Yeah, for Kansas.
No, no, Jamal. I mean, we got
Kansas,
20.
yeah,
We
yeah, yeah.
got the Knicks 2027.
7.
We have that. We still have it.
27, something.
But I thought we had
Hold
game.
on, I'll let you know what went down because after I think we got rid of let's see, we got Yegor, let's see, Ben Surratt, Danny Wood, Adio Chireo, July 6, 2025, the
Was it
next
Atlanta?
traded Adio Viedos. Okay. It might have been Atlanta. I think it might have been
Because
Atlanta
we
because it
took
was like a three
Atlanta's
team
late
deal.
pick,
Um,
first round last year.
yeah, it was a three
Or
team deal that we had to facilitate or some shit like that.
we
If I
gave
had to
up one to
remember,
get
I don't
one.
remember exactly, but some shit like that. Yeah,
We
and we
gave up.
facilitated the Chris Paul to Toronto Raptors deal
Oh, okay.
recently, which that was it was a second round pick involved in that second round pick,
But I
second
know
round
we
pick.
had three first rounders. Like say after we did the Mikel thing, we ended up with
Mhm.
having like three first rounders in 2027 that didn't belong to us. In
Some
addition
shit
to
like
the
that.
swap.
I think
In addition to the swap with
we
Houston.
traded Mikel. I'll say Mikel and 2026 second round pick to the Knicks for Bogey, Diabas, Shake Milton, 2025 first, which ended up being Ben Saraf, 2025 first, which ended up being Noah Trayor, 2025. second, which ended up being Adio Chorero, 2027, a first, in a 2028 first and a 2029 first, 2031 first, 2026 second round pick is the least favorable, 2025 first round pick on the Knicks own conditional, 2025 uh, and the first round pick is Milwaukee's own, and 2025 second round pick is Brooklyn's own. 2027 first round pick is Knicks' own. Okay, yeah, it's one of those I gave up. I can't really quite figure it out. This is
Yeah, yeah.
but but
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Listen. I would like to talk about hold up because now that I'm on Tankathon and I've been on Tankathon for a minute earlier. Here's the thing I want to do. I want to give y'all just the idea of what's going on in the NBA and put yourselves somewhat in the NBA seat right now. All right, so we just doing mock draft. So right now, as it stands, they got uh, the Kings, Pacers, us, Wizards, Utah, um, Atlanta, who has the Pelicans pick, Dallas, Memphis, Bulls, and um, Bucks, all in top 10. After 10, they got Blazers, OKC, which they getting for the Clippers, and I think the Hornets, and of course another San Antonio pick. I would like to just go down the list and explain to you people. It's outside of the top four, which is the Kings, Pacers, the Nets, and the Wizards. Out of these teams, Jazz, Atlanta, Dallas, Memphis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Portland, Charlotte, OKC, and San Antonio. Who do you think is moving in that top five? Because I think a lot of them teams is moving in that top five.
You know, the way the NBA working now, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised or every single one of the top teams get into that top five. Be honest with you. Be
Well,
honest with you.
I put okay. Let's do
I
it this
don't
way.
have a
Let's
lot
do it
of
this way.
faith in the
Let's do it
draft.
this way. Do you see Dallas moving in the top five?
As of now, yes.
Okay. Do you see Milwaukee moving in the top five if they trade Giannis?
Yeah, if they trade Giannis, yes. Yes.
Do you
The
see Charlotte
NBA.
moving in the top five, bro? If they end up stuck in the play-in?
Yes. They like North Carolina, and right now they a hot
Right,
commodity.
right. Do you see Atlanta moving in the top five with way that the Pelicans is playing? Because the Pelicans is basically tanking for
Yes,
themselves.
because they got rid of a star in that at that area, and for them filling that spot means a lot. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so you just gave me Atlanta, who just gave up Trey Young,
right.
Dallas, who got Cooper, and we don't know the league got to build around them. Milwaukee, who could possibly trade Giannis before draft day.
They got to replace him.
And you got Charlotte, who is ascending as a team,
Right,
because Con Canepa was basically saving that franchise. You got four
right,
teams that moving up, and you got and you got us four, us Kings, Pacers, and Wizards in the top four above Utah.
right,
Utah just traded for Triple J and whatchamacallit. So
right,
out of those teams, now that means somebody got to be moving out of the top five, right?
right,
Right,
right. And it doesn't matter to them if it's Brooklyn
right.
because
So
the Knicks are in the same market
it doesn't
because
exactly,
they getting the same money regardless. So they're not worried about that.
exactly.
That's a
They damn
shoe
sure
in.
right.
They got two teams in the same
They,
area that's covering the same market. There's a
basically.
win. It's
So
a win-win
in
for
a,
them.
I think that
so
they
being that the with
no, I'm sorry. I was gonna say I think that yeah, what's that guy? The dude who does the new Nets thing now. What's his name? Eric or whatever his name is.
Eric Slater.
Yeah, so I think
Eric
that what
Flake.
he was saying about the remaining schedule when he was saying that,
Right.
like because we faced Detroit twice, and then I mean,
Right.
and we also have Memphis in between, right? But
Right.
he was saying those games when we face any of those teams that are in front of us in the tankathon, it's like we really just gotta lose because they're doing everything to lose. And if the only thing that was the incentive was, oh, you're getting fined 100,000.
You have to take it.
Yeah, exactly. Who
You have to pay
cares?
the
It's like,
100,000.
yo, you just and that was our argument. Leaf and I, we had our disagreement last time because I was saying you just gotta leave it. You know, if
Leave it
you did
like that.
everything you can in your power,
That's it. Then you
that's all you
just
could do. So I won't. I
Okay,
won't.
all right. All right. So y'all basically okay with my theory, what something that I know that's going to be proven. Y'all okay with the NBA?
I
All right, if
I
we do this and we
I
don't
kind
win
of
another game for the
yes.
rest of the season, y'all
Yeah.
okay? Y'all okay with the NBA screwing us?
Well, for me, I don't think that we're gonna be punished for tanking. I think that the NBA probably there's another perspective, whereas we are too stupid to tank, and then we got punished for that last year.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, so we too stupid. I'm not. No, oh, no. I understand what we did last year, but in the event that we don't win another game for the rest of this season, and we end up not picking in the top five anyway,
But I think
so
isn't
y'all
I think,
okay with
but
the
hold
NBA
on, it's
clearly
almost,
screwing them?
but it's almost, isn't it almost mathematically impossible if you finish in the top two or three to end up being 14 or whatever?
That's what they say. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm familiar with what they say, but here's the thing: when the NBA came out with that BS rule change, I'm the only person that saw the writing on the wall.
You mean
That
the
didn't mean
leveling of the
yo,
of the bottom four?
no, not necessarily the leveling of the bottom four, bro. Even though that I know that's undercover spent. What they said was they mentioned a bunch of rules that applied to certain teams that was already at that bottom four right now, and they're gonna issue on them rules next year. Bullshit. They want to issue on them rules this year, and they just gotta find a secret way to do it without making it seem like all the way like, oh, yo, the
Yeah,
teams
they're
that was in the
favoring
bottom
someone
four.
over someone else.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And this is I'm trying to explain to people this is the reason why Dallas and San Antonio was ahead of us this year. There's no reason for Dylan Harper to be on the San Antonio Spurs. We know this. There's no
yeah.
reason for that.
Yeah,
But
he's not
Reason
even
for that.
getting the
but I'll say
exposure.
this. I'll say this. We say that, but did we have a worse record than everyone?
No, but the San
I mean,
Antonio Spurs.
I
To
mean,
me,
I hear what you're saying, and they leapfrog. But what I'm saying is, only thing we could worry about is ourselves. So if we finish bottom three records, then there's not a lot of people that'll be leapfrogging us that we end up all the way back at 8.
I understand that, but here's the problem with this, bro. Like even with us finishing bottom five, there's no way that we land at 8 and the goddamn San Antonio Spurs land at 2, who are a game out, who is about to be in a play-in. There's no reason why Dallas lands at 1, who are in the play-in.
Oh well,
They end
no,
up
those
7
were
spots ahead
special.
of
No,
us.
but I'm saying when you look at it, those were special circumstances, and the circumstance was they wanted Wemby in the postseason this year. And then the
Right.
other one was with Dallas. That was the gift for giving Luca to the Lakers so that they could big up their evaluation to 10 billion before they sold it. So those were favors.
Right. Right. And the Philadelphia 76ers, who were fined, still got top three. When the Dallas Mavericks got fined a couple of years ago, they
All
went back
right.
to
You know what?
10th
You
and they
want to
got
know what?
Derek
You
Lively.
want to know my theory for the Philly? Because they gave up their star player for the freaking BS Olympics. And because
What, Joel?
there's no way if you're Philadelphia, there's no way you let Embiid play in the Olympics.
I don't even think he played. Like he just signed. Like he just signed to the
I mean,
team,
I'm
maybe did a
saying
practice and went back
he didn't
home.
play, he didn't play a lot, but I'm just saying he should have been
I don't think
home.
he played at all.
Yeah.
Y'all remember him playing in them Olympic games or whatever that was? I don't remember him playing.
Yeah, he played a couple of games, but I mean, he didn't play that much though. No, he did not.
All right, okay, so all right, so hold up. Let me get this straight. So you got Philly who got fined, and they got fined the same amount that Dallas got fined the year that they got Kyrie. They got sent back to 10th when they got Kyrie and they that first year, and they got Derek Lively. The very next year they went to the finals. You got Philly who got fined that same amount and was told the same exact thing, and they get 7 spots up.
Yeah, that's true.
Something
That's
ain't adding
crazy.
up here.
Yeah,
Like Scott, call me crazy, man. But listen,
yo, no,
it seemed like there's still some 76ers and Celtics and Laker fans in the goddamn NBA front office.
yeah. It could be that
Thought
they
that
were
I was
worried
looking it
about the
up and I
Philly
got knocked
market.
off. So he started 5 of the 6 games and he played just under 17 minutes a game.
Okay,
So
I
I'm
know he
saying,
played
but I'm
though.
saying, if that was your franchise player who you had just signed to that big deal, would you have let him play in it? There's no way I would have let him
No
play
way
in
I
the
would have let him
Olympics.
play. No way.
So I
Because
feel
basically,
like they said
that put him
because
on
of
the
the
back burner
marketing
that
and
he on
all of
right
that,
now.
I feel like because of all the marketing and everything, they took the hit for the NBA and said, "Yeah, we'll give you our star." And then they said, "Okay, thank you. Here's that pick."
Which is crazy to me because Joel Embiid. I don't think Joel Embiid going to Team USA is enough to launch the 76ers, who did the same thing that basically Dallas did, bro, like, and launched them to three and then launched Dallas all the way back to 10th. And then they got Derek Lively and they went to the damn finals anyway. So I don't
Mhm.
really think
And
that's enough.
also they're also looking at the long term viability of this guy too. So they
Yeah,
definitely were helping out Philly because they always want those rivalries. They always want the Boston, New York, Philly. So they always want that, and the Lakers.
yeah.
Basically we're back to square one. In order for us to jump into any of those quote unquote rivalries, we basically got to figure out how to turn chicken shit into chicken salad on our own with whatever picks we get, which I know is not going to be a top 4, a top 5. My
Yeah,
thing is they're looking at Sean Marks and saying, "Yo, hey, yo, you had KD, Kyrie, and James Harden, bro. Like, and we seen what happened with that. Why are we giving you this, bro? Like, and you don't even know how to grow a rose from the concrete, and we gave you 3 roses that was already grown.
Right. You don't know how to deal with them personalities.
Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, you clearly want to control players, bro. Like, you drafted basically four Europeans and Drake Powell. Like this past year, why are we trusting you with anything?
You looking for the
hey,
next
that's the
Luca?
part. Now, I mean, I feel the way I feel. So we argued about the what the NBA will do, but the part I feel most uneasy about is who are we drafting, even if we get a top 3, because I don't trust
Our
Marks.
development. Yeah,
I don't
I
trust Marks.
listen.
So.
it's not about me not trusting Marks. It's about like the front office is not putting the right development team and the right coaching staff in place to develop these players properly, bro. Like, and I don't know if a switch is going to be flipped next year, and we're gonna get this imaginary Colin Kaepernick life changing piece in this draft, and he's gonna change our whole trajectory. I got news for all of y'all. Colin Kaepernick is saving the Charlotte Hornets franchise. He
Ye-
is saving them.
Yes, he
He
is.
is literally saving them.
Yes, he is.
He is
Actually,
saving them.
actually,
He is
Leaf.
saving them from the pits of what was the Bobcats and what
Yeah,
was the goddamn
yeah,
Jordan era. He is
yeah.
saving them.
Leaf.
It's
Actually,
not
I think
Lamelo. Lamelo
Canepo.
been there the whole time. He wasn't doing anything.
Right.
Colin Kaepernick is saving their lives.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, he's doing better than Flag. Be honest with you.
Well,
Well,
Perf-
what's the
I
name
mean,
stepped up too?
I mean,
What's the
I think a
Clowney's
lot. I
old
think,
college guy stepped up
who,
too.
who?
Miller is way better now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thanks to Canepo.
But I think,
Thanks to
but I
Canepo.
think that's all. But I think that's all thanks to Colin Kaepernick's gravity.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like now that makes them not have to gang up on him.
yeah,
And if they have what's the name, if they could just get ball on the court, then they got a chance.
because you're not gonna leave Colin Kaepernick wide open. This kid is shooting 43. This kid is off to
Yeah.
arguably the greatest start
Start.
as a shooter in NBA history. He's about to hit 250 goddamn threes this season. Steph didn't even do that. Like, bruh, when I tell people he's not even the best shooter in his draft, he not. I don't care what Colin Kaepernick will do. He's not a better shooter than Trey Johnson. I'm sorry. And I
But
don't know
but
what
as you
Breeze and I
see,
don't know
you
what
don't
Breeze was
have to
talking
be the best
about.
shooter. You don't have to be the best
No,
shooter.
he don't. He doesn't. He doesn't. But I only said that. I only said that to go somewhere with that point. Um, for anybody that's listening right now, bro, the 3 point record that Steph Curry owns is all about value. That's all it's ever been about. All about value. Because I guarantee you, if Trey Johnson or Colin Kaepernick was sitting on 4,000 threes before their 10th season in the league, y'all gonna be talking about inflation.
Well, what I'm gonna look at is, I'm probably spitting in the wind, but I'm hoping for the pendulum to start shifting. Once Wemby starts dominating, once your guy Memphis starts getting some real looks at the ball, I'm looking for some momentum to come from you know them making it, because right now this type of thing right now, it's not as enjoyable to me, for me as a fan, but I might have to just live with that. But it's not as enjoyable. And I'm not talking about the 90s or nothing like that. I'm just saying it's just not as enjoyable when you don't have, inside outside play. When you just, because now they're literally are doing that thing. What's the mantra that they used to always say? The mantra was it's a make or miss league. I don't want to watch games just based on whether you make it or miss it. I want to see real. I
I
want to
mean,
see
but
real strategy.
Yeah, yeah.
that's basically what it comes down to, bro. It seems like the teams that are number one in the East or number one in standards or whatever, it seems like they got the most strategy. What they have is the most advantage, bro. Like, and that's how you win games in this NBA today because everything is so fast, bro. Like, if you try to slow everything down and then try to speed up on the other end, what you do is you still got an advantage. I guarantee you, if 1992, you put 1992 Shaq into and what they're doing in today, that's advantage. You can put Jordan from '88 and what they're doing today, and if he's still getting going out and gets you 38, 8, and 8, that's advantage. Most of how you win in this league is based on your advantage. It's not based like your strategy is your strategy. It's only so long you can X and O
Well,
and
that
strategize against somebody. In
Well,
the
yeah, but
NBA, it's
that's what
about
I. But
advantage.
that's why I was saying we needed, like when we were talking last year in the draft. That's what everyone was saying about drafting fears. It was just
Right.
that nobody could keep them in front of them, so that
Right.
automatically gives you an advantage 5-on-4. You know what I mean? And there's certain times that you just need players who are just way better than anyone who could guard them, like a AJ DeBonster or a Darren Peterson, because Peterson, even when his shot was off today, he just always had the advantage. And
Yeah, he
I know
always
they
put
was
pressure on him.
one of the announcers said he reminded him of a young Kobe. But what I had tweeted at the time was, who he looks like to me? He looks like a young Ray Allen when he was killing it at UConn. And
I,
what's crazy is, you remember that you remember that Ray Allen, the UConn one?
I do remember that Ray
And then
Allen,
the
but
one
I mean,
who first came to Milwaukee, because
I remember that.
like it seemed like some people only remember him as an
As
additive,
a
the three
shooter.
point
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
The
But it's
shooter.
like, yo, Ray Allen was a bucket in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
He
he
was hard
he
to
I,
deal with, and he
yeah.
was still playing D.
I could agree with that, but I think Darren Peterson, I think he has much more of a second and third or fourth gear than that version of Ray Allen.
Oh yeah, but I'm
That first,
saying if that's his if that's his flaw, it's still worth getting him. It's just that Ray Allen draft. Look at the draft. It was such a historic draft. That might be among the best drafts ever, because you had Iverson and you had Marbury, who was actually traded for Ray Allen, right? So
mm,
and then you had all those other guys. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, that was and we ended up with Kittles because Coach Cal blinked.
well,
we
we ended up with Kittles because Kobe threatened to go back to
threatened.
school if we
Yeah,
drafted him.
Kobe did
No,
that
but
threatening.
that was fake though. I mean,
Oh,
it was
Was
real to
it?
Coach Cal, but Kobe said, "Man, I would have played."
I,
Because remember,
I mean,
and we can't just blame it on
it's
Coach
all
Cal,
alleged, bro. Like to
because he
me,
went
bro. Like
14th. Because Kobe went 14th, so he definitely had his
Kobe went
people convincing people that he wasn't gonna play.
right.
Kobe went 13th, but I get what you're
13th.
saying,
I'm
bro. Like,
sorry. Yeah,
but
yeah.
the thing about
13.
most of our rookies, bro, like if you could go back to Derek Coleman, you could go back to any one of them, bro. All of them all of them. It was like Jay-Z takeover. You had a spark when you started, but now you just garbage. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, like every last one of them, bro. I don't care who it was, bro. Like, go to Keith Van Horn. First 3 years
Well,
was looking like
I'm not gonna say what's the name. I'm not. Yeah, Keith Van Horn was very talented, but he was soft. He was like the freaking. He was like I was gonna
he's
say the
averaging
white
28
version of
in his first 3 years.
cat.
He's averaging 28 in his first 3 years. But I mean,
Yeah, he
No,
was. He
no,
was.
he was good. But you know what happened? He couldn't survive once Kenyon and RJ came. I feel like Kenyon just punked him.
that's a fact.
And
Yeah, that's a fact. Oh yeah, yeah.
after
Kenyon
that,
punking
it's like,
everybody.
oh
Yeah,
well, we got to move on. But Kenyon, the only thing that slowed
yeah.
him down was the injuries.
Yeah, yeah.
Injuries.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, but like, listen, but whether it was injuries or whether it was this and that or third, every almost like all the way up into Brooke Lopez, every last one of the lottery picks that we had, bro. Like you could go back as far as you want to go. They had a spark when you started, but now you just garbage. Eric Carmen turned into trash after his first 4 or 5 years in the league. Easy.
Yeah,
He
but
wasn't playing no games. He wasn't
what,
deserving
as we said last week, but it has something to do with the ownership too. So
with the ownership. So the
you know
ownership got something to do with how you're playing.
what? At some point, it does.
How? What the ownership is garbage.
I
They
mean,
want to quit.
I mean, uh, and the thing that happened to them that brought them down was the death of
Drazen
Petrovich.
Petrovic.
But then here's the thing, Scott. if you remember,
Right.
they were freaking hardballing with Drazen.
Yeah. Sure
Remember
enough.
when he was in Europe, he was saying, "Man, I might just resign in Europe."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he was coming up on being a free agent. And I'm like, y'all are messing this franchise. We finally got 3 stars, 3 potential stars, and you messing it up by not paying the man.
Right.
It's just, so basically what you telling me, bro. Like it's what happened to that version of the Nets was basically like if Colin Kaepernick just all of a sudden his basketball career ended today with the Hornets, and he's just not the same.
Huh?
Something like that. I understand what
I'm
Lisa's
saying they
saying.
did. Listen, they did go to the playoffs like 3 years in a row, right? They lost to Cleveland twice and the Knicks once, right?
Yeah.
And each of those teams had better records than us, right? We were the bottom team on there. And then the problem was also, I was gonna say, the coach that they had, he started mailing it in. He went there for the paycheck. Chuck Daly.
Chuck Daly. Yeah.
Like Daly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was on his way out.
Yeah, so he was just going for that last he was
Yeah.
going for that
Payday.
last big
Pay,
payday.
yeah. The money that he should have got from Detroit.
Detroit, yeah, yeah. Because look, what after that, then it was the Olympic team, right, and all
Right.
that,
Right.
right? So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but
I
like I
mean,
said,
listen, so like whatever it was, I feel like when it comes to lottery picks, as far as back you could go, there's always something, bro. Yo,
yeah. But you know what? But I'm saying you're
it was the
not
front
wrong.
office with this one. It was the
You're not
goddamn injuries with this one. It
you're
was
not
something with this
wrong.
one. Derek
You
Favors didn't work
yeah,
out.
you're right.
This
You're
person
not
didn't work
wrong.
out.
But the only way to change snake bitten stuff is you still got to be in it. You gotta change your fortune. I mean, it gotta change. Hopefully it will. But I'm just saying being a Nets fan is kind of effed up, to be honest. But I'm saying the thing is you just gotta endure. And I'm saying it seemed like I'm gonna say this, since the Nets moved to Brooklyn, a lot of the newer fans who are only fans of the Brooklyn Nets, they don't know, they can't take it. It's like they're very infantile in their approach to fandom. You know what I'm saying? To me.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, New
not it's
York
not
is a.
about their age, it's just the fact that
Yeah.
you're just very immature. Like, we're Brooklyn, so therefore we should be this and that. And we have this market and everything. It's like they don't, what Scott just said, they don't care about your market if they got the Knicks.
Word. They making money regardless. The
Exactly.
league.
Well, I listen. I can agree with that, but at the same time, if that's the case, what is it going to take for us to get anything close
I mean,
to
I'm
what
I'm
we
gonna
had
say I'm
when
gonna
we had the
say it
Jackson,
takes
bro?
luck,
Like,
right? It takes luck in getting one of these stars, right? Like, I'm talking about the draft star, right?
Right.
But it also is incremental. So if you do get a Darren Peterson or you do get an AJ DeBonster, then even though we may not win much at first, right? We might only win 35 games or less than 40 or something. Like, what I'm saying is just the fact that you got this shiny new toy and you see how he's progressing, then you okay. And that's the thing that's what the Hornet fans are experiencing right now, right? They're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Well,
we got this guy and we got the other young guy, Brandon Miller, and we don't know if Ball wants to be here or whatever, but we do know we got 2 guys that are young, and it's fun watching them grow. And that's what
yeah.
Net fans got to remember. Like, yo, let's have that fun of watching them turn into from potential stars into stars.
Right.
We haven't had that in a really, really long time because we kept importing our stars.
I
You
think
know,
the Brooklyn Nets need a player that can that these young people can gravitate to, and an owner that's going to take control, that's going to push back because there's going to be a push against the Nets in this market. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's going to take an owner like
You mean
Steinbrenner
you
with the
mean or you mean
Yankees
like
to go
the
into the
way
media.
what's the name was Boulder, right? Like
Yeah,
Prokhorov was Boulder
yeah. You know,
when he
somebody
put
is
that thing up right against their building, right
right.
across from Madison Square and all that. He
You
was
need,
Boulder.
yeah. You need somebody that's an owner that's going to push back because there's going to be a
Well,
push to keep
well,
us with the
I
little
think,
brother.
I think. Listen, it's a combination and a mixture of a lot of things, bro. It's a common like one thing for sure, bro. Like we listen, we may need that. We may need people saying, "Yo, we need a owner that's going to push back. We need a GM that's going. We need a coach that's going to be like, all right, yo, I'm focused on the players and this, that, and third. We need a player that's going to change the trajectory of this the Tigers franchise. We might need all three, and our
Yep,
chances of getting that shit right now is goddamn one
slim to
out of
none.
1 billion.
Yeah, and
Like,
that's why I'm saying even with that, you got to go incremental. You got to go, well, let's get what we can first. And then, like and like Scott was telling John, start with talent. Start with
listen,
talent and then
listen.
see.
okay, if we start with talent, bro, I know we're not getting a top four pick. Who's the best wing shooter in this draft?
Well, see, you saying you know that. I don't know we're not getting the top four.
I know, but I know, and that's good enough for me. Who's the best wing shooter in this draft?
The best wing shooter? I
Who's
don't
closer to Clark Knapp in this draft?
I don't know, but I know Peterson every time he shoots it, I think it's going in.
It does seem like it. It does.
Well, we ain't getting him, bro. Like, so, all right, we gotta move past that, bro. So, I mean,
I don't think Sean like him anyway.
no, I listen in terms of who's in our front
And
office. I
see, you're
think
asking who's the best wing shooter, but I'm just going with BPA, best player available.
Okay.
best player available, bro. Like,
Yeah,
if we
whenever
thinking
we
that,
draft, what best player available. If he takes Yego's spot, so be it. If he takes
So be it.
Traor's
Yep.
spot, so be it. If he takes anybody else's spot, so be it.
Yep.
If we
Yep.
got to get,
I'll
if
be honest
Michael
with you.
Brown is the best player available when we pick, you don't say, oh, we got Traor, so we don't get him.
Yeah. I
Well,
agree.
I listen. Well, Sean. Well, in the case of Sean Marks, after looking at this past draft board, I know that he's gonna look for somebody that he can basically
He-
tell him, yo, we giving you this and that's that. And they're gonna be like, okay. Because like when I every time that I look at a Drake Powell, I see yes man, and I don't see nobody on that from them, none of them rookies that's gonna push back and be like, yo, I'm putting a team on my hands, or I'm taking my control and this that and the third. I don't see nothing from them. I see glad to
So
be in the league, happy
are
to have a
you
job, do what you're supposed to do. That's
are
it.
you are you are you remarking on his personality, Powell? Is that what you're talking about? Like how he's unassertive and everything?
Pretty much. I'm marking
Yeah,
on the
because
fact
I
that
know
like he
John is doing that 24/7. But what I'm saying is you got to take into effect that he's also very young. And,
yeah.
I know people say, but he did that at North Carolina, right? But even at North Carolina, freaking Ian Jackson, who was assertive, he wasn't getting the run that he should have got. That's why he transferred to St. John. So a lot of times what I'm saying is they're young and they'll learn from it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'd rather have the talent of Drake Powell and that other problem we'll see if it becomes a problem. Because it we know the reason for Tyreek Whitehead, right? It must be I don't even know. Was it the injuries? Because he
Tariq
was
Whitehead
top
was
five.
yeah,
He was a top five high schooler, right?
it was the injuries. It was the injuries. And also the fact that he went to Duke. I'm blaming it on that too. But go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying because I only seen him, like McDonald's thing or whatever, but that's all I saw. And then once he got to college, but I could honestly say I was never really impressed with Derek Whitehead. And I'm saying, even though he was supposed to be top five, it could be like you said, the school he went to ruined him, and or the a combination of that and the injuries. But I'm saying I never saw him in that way that, oh yeah, this dude is good. Because who played a very unassertive game a lot of times?
Who?
Freaking Kerry Kittles when he first came to the Nets.
Oh, okay.
It's like when he first came there, Cal had the freaking raps on him, and it's like he played a very unassertive game, even though was nobody in the league quicker than him at the two guard, right? He was very athletic, but instead they just had him shooting the jumpers and everything. And then he fit in because his personality wasn't strong enough like Kid and Martin. They needed Kid, Martin, and RJ. Those were three strong personalities that they needed in order to get better, you know. And them along with Byron Scott, they had those personalities. That's what led them.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but you gotta have the talent. So I wouldn't have traded like Kerry Kittles and say, oh no, because one of the advantages is you just talked about having advantages. One of the advantages we had in that back-to-back team was that we had the three fastest people at their positions. We had the point guard Jason Kidd, the shooting guard Kittles, and the power forward Martin. And as long as they got out and run, they knew they was being rewarded.
And it still wasn't enough
I mean, you ran into a better team. You can't.
because the
I
game
mean,
back then slowed down, bro.
a
Like,
better team. You can't help that. But
But they wasn't trash though. That's the point. They
I mean,
wasn't
yeah, I
trash.
mean, yeah, it. I mean, but no, they wasn't trash. No, they wasn't trash at all. But I'm saying that to say,
Yeah, yeah. They
I
wasn't the
like
best
Terry
team.
Kittles was averaging 16 his first year. He was averaging 17 the second year, bro. That don't sound like somebody that had the handcuffs on him, bro. That sounded like somebody that was going to get theirs. After that, he never averaged over 15 points ever in the NBA ever again.
what?
Kenya Martin, bro. You listen. All I'm keep explaining them is, bro, bad things keep happening to this franchise. Whether it's an injury, whether it's somehow the Dragan Petrovic loss, or
Mm-hmm.
the damn
Mm-hmm.
owners, or the damn this, or the damn
Mm-hmm.
that. Something always bad happens to this team, and I'm starting to believe, bro. And I don't want to say that C word, but
Mm-hmm.
the shit is lingering. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is getting out of hand.
Now I hear what you're saying, but like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to pussyfoot around it in terms of, like what you're saying, but I'm saying you owe it to the franchise to finish with one of the worst three records and put the onus on the league and say, look, we got robbed again. That's what you need. To me, it doesn't make sense for us to save Jordy's ego and say, yeah, let's win 5 of the last 10 and then end up with the freaking 6th pick. You know,
Right, right.
that's counterproductive to anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That's true.
mean, look, all I'm gonna say is, bro, like in terms of the players, because that's what I'm focused on. I know what needs to be done. I know what X's and O's and what sets what needs to
Oh,
be
I'm gonna
run.
say
We need
this
to have
too. I'm gonna say
harmonious
this
and the
too.
third.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this too. When it comes to the alternative, I don't think that's ever gonna happen again as long as Marks is the GM. I'm talking about where we can go out and have all this cap money, have
And have the talent.
whatever, $100 million in free cap money, and then we're gonna sign the premium free agents. I think that thing that happened with the
KD
big
and Kai.
three, yeah, I
Right.
think that messed it up for the rest of the next decade or the next,
Or it messed it
how
up for this
long
owner.
Marks is here.
I mean,
Right,
I mean,
right.
but on top of the CBA taking place too, bro. Like that was just a 1-2 punch, bro. Like if you're saying that, like you got to add the CBA in effect to that as well because that was basically the 1-2 punch, a 1-2 heavyweight punch combination that
Right.
basically put an end to that. All right, yo, let's go out and go buy this big three and go put it all together, and yo, we should be on automatic mode because it seemed like the second that they got rid of Kenny Atkinson, they wanted to be on auto mode. They that's what they wanted to be. They wanted to be on autopilot.
Well,
For a large
it's
a
definitely
large situation of it,
it's
for a large
definitely
situation of it,
it's
right? When you look at
definitely
Kyrie and
complicated.
James Harden,
It's definitely complicated because to me, I wasn't surprised when Kenny Atkinson got fired. I
You
was not.
wasn't? I was.
I was not surprised at all because all of the flaws that I saw in Kenny Atkinson, a great
Right.
development coach, but I'm talking about the game to game strategies, the substitutions, and all of that, all the stuff. And I'm talking about during them D'Lo and Karis LeVert years when he's like, no, I'm going to put in my stepson, Spencer Dinwiddie. Instead of damn this hot or whatever, or Karis made three jumpers in the lane in a row. I don't want him to shoot those. I want 3 pointers. And so I'm taking Karras out or whatever. So I'm saying like all of the flaws that I saw in Kenny Atkinson's game strategy coaching and in his substitution patterns and all that and the way that he rested certain guys. I thought once these guys start looking at it, because remember, Kenny didn't like 2 pointers. He only liked 2 pointers if they were layups. He didn't want he so Kyrie's bread and butter and KD's bread and butter. Oh, I'm gonna just do this little turnaround, or I'm gonna do this little. He didn't know what it was like to play with a player who's elite at these things. So he had a hard time incorporating it to his game. And I said, man, that means they're not gonna like him once they see how he coaches.
okay. Well, even with that being said, if Kenny Atkinson didn't like this, that, and the third, it sound like the same coach that we got right now. It really sounds like upstairs is doing more of the coaching and they just putting puppets in place. Based on what
You're
you're
on
saying.
point with that. I think you're on point with that. I think
So
that
so if upstairs is in complete control, then that means we ain't going nowhere until they get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, that's what
it
I
might
feel.
be the case.
It might be the case, man. That might
Now
be
when you
just
get
what.
now when you get one of these supposedly can't miss blue chip guys, right? You just gotta hope that they can't mess them up bad enough until they fire Marks or whatever, or until we get new ownership and fire Marks. Whatever comes first.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like it just seemed like a whole
And dudes gotta,
riffraff
you
back
know
and
what? And
forth.
Nets fans, you know what? The Nets fans also gotta look at. They gotta look at, do you just want to make the playoffs? Do you just want to have a team that wins more than it loses? Or do you want to have, like real contention for like 10 years and stuff? You know what I mean? Because I think
Yeah.
a lot of Nets fans, they be straddling the fence on that. Like, oh nah, I love the team with Joe Harris and Spencer Dinwiddie and this and like, we wasn't really going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We
I
wasn't
mean,
really
no,
going
they
nowhere.
wasn't going anywhere, but like they was taking steps towards being better and improving. I mean, which is like if you put
No,
that
he did
team,
and that was a remarkable job that the combination of Marks and Kenny did to raise us from the mud to where we were at, to where we can get those stars to be interested. So, like that was, it's commendable in that respect. But other than that, what I'm saying is I feel like Nets fans can't tell the difference between that. Like when you talk to some Nets fans, they'll tell you their favorite iteration of the Nets is like with Vince Carter, you know? And it's
Yeah.
like,
Well.
well, let me
Yeah.
say this.
that's what
Them Vince Carter
that's what I
teams
was
with
about to say.
Nene Prestige and them, they wasn't better than the ones with Kittles and Kmart.
No, they wasn't.
So this,
No, because
but
those teams
but
make the
they
finals.
but they like the star power of Vince more than they did of the complete team concept.
I think a lot of fans are that way. They like to stop. And these fans, I think, like the new because it's new.
Yeah,
It's like buying a car. You want the new car. You don't want the old car. You know, it's like, you know, that's their thing, the new
yeah. I think
thing.
when we got swept by, because I went to a playoff game in Jersey when we got swept by Shaq's Heat,
Yeah.
and that was like when we had Jason Kidd, Vince Carter. But I'm saying, like, I think a lot of these fans just, they know the star power of Vince Carter. He averaged like 26 a game for us for like all the time he was there. And I think that they like that more of the fakeness of, yeah, we'll always be a seventh seed or an eighth seed. They like that more than they do of the kid Kmart Kittles that went to 2 finals, that ran through freaking Boston and whoever else, Detroit, Chauncey Billups, Detroit, which also ended up winning we caught them when they were younger, right?
Yeah.
And they ended up winning a chip with Larry Brown, right?
Right.
So after us. So what I'm saying is we were a really good team. We weren't complete, but
Yeah, we was up
at
there on
that
the top.
time, at
We was
that
up near the
time,
top.
you didn't need 3 stars. You only needed 2.
Yeah.
It just happened to have Shaq and Kobe.
Well, I think Leaf is right. That the days of 3 stars and getting together, that's done. The league was
Yeah,
tied.
I think that 3 star. I think that 3 star thing it's got to be something that's going to be grown from the dirt.
Yeah, it's
if
got.
you're going to have 3 stars, bro.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna have to
I
draft
mean,
somebody, and they're gonna all of a sudden be a star.
Yeah,
You
like
know.
like
exactly.
like the
So I mean,
Spurs and
like,
the Spurs and OKC.
Yeah.
Before they have to
well, the
pay them,
Spurs.
they have to be that talented.
Yeah, no. You're 100% right. But I think like it really just depends on kind of spurts. I mean, obviously, those top teams are going to have their clear cut number one, and guys that the number two, or they have a 1B year or two A year, number 2 year, number 3 year, they're going to get paid because they made All Star, they made All NBA, this, that, the third, da 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 da. They can only have that for maybe 1 or 2 years, and they can make box office money, and then go somewhere else, and then be mid as hell, bro. Like, I mean, it happens, but at the same time, the thing is, you have to start off with some sort of set in terms of how it's going to work on the court. I think that in order for us to thrive with because it doesn't seem like the front office and management are going anywhere anytime soon. Well, they have them in here and taking place, and we kind of looking like the Sixers in the previous decade, man. When they messed up before they got Joel Embiid, bro. So it
Yeah.
really
I hear
what's
you.
really happening
Well,
right now.
I'm feeling the double pain because I feel like it's the same way with my Yankees. It's like, like he ain't his he ain't his dad, so he ain't spending the money that he needs to get the people we need. You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
well, the Yankees, man. I mean, the Yankees, bro. They got 26 championships, bro. They could struggle for 20 years. Nobody would care. Come on, bro. We clearly not the Yankees, bro. I don't even want to even put the Yankees in the same sentence as the Nets, bro. Like we still out here.
Yeah,
I don't even want to do that,
they
bro.
got
Like
27
Oh no, I'm
banners.
just saying
yeah,
like I'm just
if the
saying
Lakers,
like
if the
when you
Lakers and
look
the
at
Celtics
no, I'm
struggle for
just
the next
saying when
20
you
years,
look at
nobody would care.
You're
no,
talking
I'm
about
just
the
saying
situation now.
when you look at Cashman and the manager Boone, it's like
Right.
they're just locked in. And if I'm
Right.
a
Right.
fan, it doesn't matter how because our queen of the Nets, Dawn, she's also a Yankee fan, right? And I'm saying like no matter how much we scream, it won't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
locked in, and I'm saying the same way. So is freaking Marks.
Mm.
That is a fact. But I mean, listen, I don't even want to put ourselves remotely
in none of them cases. Right now, we sit where the Sacramento Kings sit at.
Yeah, and it seemed like our GM is very comfortable. So
Yeah, he's very. Yeah, our GM is very comfortable because the owner is telling him to be comfortable or else you get the hell out. Yo, you start winning on my watch, bro. You might as well get the hell out because no, they ain't doing this. Hey, you want to build a team your way? All right, cool. I'm cool with it, just as long as you don't cost me no money.
right, that's the sad part is
And you
that
know what? And you know what else? It might also be that Marks is just so freaking stubborn that like, because look, I'm called stubborn by the modern fan, right? Like, yo, LBL, get over it. We're not gonna have no low post anymore. You just get over it. Stop acting like the point guard and centers are the most important positions. They're not. It's the wing, and this and that. So all of those things that I rail against, and people are like saying I'm too stubborn. I think Marx is the same way. He's just like, no, I'm gonna make this work. If I gotta draft Zanin Musa 20 times, I'm gonna do it until he turns into Luka Doncic, and it's just not happening.
let me ask you a question. Would you go for Zion?
You asking me?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah,
we just lost Leaf.
yeah. He'd be back. He'd be back.
Yeah, I think it depends on what we're giving up.
Okay.
I'm saying for me, I would, as long as like we're not giving up major draft capital.
Right.
Like, I'd give them MPJ for him.
Right.
And maybe a future first here or there, but not not those 29s, and not the I'd be very particular with what draft capital I'm giving up. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't give up my own. That's what.
And especially since you're gonna have to pay him a lot
Yeah.
eventually. I know he has the incentive laden contract, but
So
if he
clearly,
does well,
yeah, clearly the salary cap makes a difference, more so now than it ever did, I think. So that dictates a lot as far as free agency is concerned.
yeah. But I'm saying, for me, I'm not done with him. You know what I mean? Like, as far as, like, not believing in him.
Right.
I believe that I think he has stayed, he has kept the weight off.
Yeah. I think what the thing with Zion is, he doesn't need a lot of minutes. You just don't play him a lot of minutes.
Yeah. You mean keep it under 30.
Right. Exactly.
And he'll just be a guy that averages 25 and 29 minutes, right?
Right. Yeah. Which he's capable of.
Yeah.
And he brings a lot of pressure. It's just a matter of when you bring him in there and, put him in a situation where he'll thrive,
Yeah.
And he will. And that'll keep him from injury, as well as, he don't have to worry about his weight so much. It's, weight thing, I don't
see
think
the thing that was so hard for New Orleans is they almost had to build a team around someone that they couldn't rely on.
Right.
So that became hard. So of course they have to draft Fears, and of course they have to trade and draft Queen, right? Because they need future guys,
Well, you think about it, the Pelicans had some great picks, man.
Yeah. So I mean, so I think, but for me, I would do that because I think it's at a discount before I would do Giannis. I know what's the name John is always mentioning Giannis, or now his favorite thing, Bancaro, right?
Okay.
But you also have to beware, because both of them are young. You gotta understand, what do they want? Where do they want to be? For young guys, because young guys sometimes have this whole thing that then when they reach 30, they're like, oh, now I get what coach was trying to tell me.
Yeah, I don't think our GM is capable of handling personalities, you know? That's another thing. That's just another dimension to building a team is being able to handle different personalities.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be able to, reel it in well as allow them to grow and do their
Oh,
thing.
so what Jamal was saying, it might have been like that Suns pick or whatever,
Yeah, he's saying
or
it
the
was the
Mavs
Suns.
pick. I
Yeah.
seen. Yeah, but I
That
know
we
we had
missing.
3 at one time.
I think it was the Suns pick.
Yeah,
It
I
could,
think maybe it was.
but it could have been a Philly pick too as well. No, but we still got that Philly pick,
But
Jamal.
what's crazy with, and speaking of Philly, when you watch that guy play, right? The VJ,
Right.
he's automatically the best athlete on the court.
Oh yeah. He's a great athlete. Yeah.
And I think sometimes that gives you hope.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
even if he's still learning the game and all that stuff. But I mean, that gives you hope,
yeah. Well, he's in the same position I feel Kneppel is in. Even though I think Kneppel is a great connector and great shooter, he's playing well. He understands the. He's basically playing where he played college ball at, right there. He ain't even. I don't even think he had to move out of the dorm. He could have just left from the dorm and went to the stadium. And that benefited him. But not only that, you had Brandon Miller next to him, which,
Now
Brandon
you
Miller,
starting to see.
Yeah, you have to stack your talent.
And you know what's funny?
You can't just
and you know what's
talent.
funny?
You got to stack it.
Did you ever see them play? Did you ever see Brandon Miller play in college?
Yeah, in college. Yeah. He was
So
great.
remember who was right next to him.
Right.
But they going in 2 different directions now.
Yeah. Well,
And is that based on talent?
No, that's
alone,
that's
or
just
is it based on coaching and developing?
Space. How many? There's only 400 and something players in NBA.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Is it based on talent alone? Obviously, Brandon Miller was a top 3 pick.
It's
where
the team.
Clowney was a top 20 pick, right?
Right.
But now look at how much Clowney is regressing as to Miller, who they thought. Remember, Miller was not a consensus number 2.
No.
Some people, number 3, because they were saying, well, he could go before Scoot or he could go after him or whatever. Right. You know what I mean? So, now you see, he is doing what he's doing.
Right.
Becoming more consistent.
It seemed to me like when you look at it from a fan perspective, like our fans in the NBA, people who look at the NBA, they hype up these players to a point where you got to remember the situation is different from team to team, coach to coach, GM to GM, the owners and stuff. Everything got to play out the way it needs to for a player to thrive. You know what I'm saying? As far as talent is concerned, there's talent everywhere. It's just a matter of you putting it together. That's
what I keep. Isn't that we're all on Matt Fingers? All of these people, we're all on board. Like we're telling our good friend John, yo, you got to stop saying so much about kids that are freaking 18, 19, and 20 years old.
Yeah, their situation change depends on where they go. Some teams have a good structure and, it's also and right players.
It's like what Al McGuire used to say, right? When you used to watch college basketball back in the day, he said the best thing about a freshman is he becomes a sophomore.
Oh, okay. He grows.
Remember when he said that? Yeah. Like that's the best thing about a freshman is he becomes a sophomore. But that's the difference now. They used to be leaving after their sophomore year, like Magic, like Isaiah.
Right.
Not after their first year.
Yeah, it don't even seem like they spend time in college no more, especially if you projected to go in the top 10.
That's what I'm saying. And I guess they think because
That
LeBron did it. I mean, that's probably one of the greatest things you could say about him is he came straight in ready.
yeah, yeah.
The
Well,
most ready guy
that
ever,
I've seen,
probably.
that I ever seen.
Ever, right? Because I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying,
that I ever
even though
seen.
Moses could, even though Moses could
I
rebound and everything, he
even
didn't come in like that.
right. I mean,
I'm saying straight from high
right,
school.
right,
He just
right,
came
right.
straight from high school guys.
I'm like the centers of the past were they could have came in to the NBA
No,
and did their thing.
yeah, but we know. But I'm just talking about guys that came straight from high school
Right, 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 right.
because I remember when Ralph Sampson was in high school. What's the name? Told him don't even go to school. Right, Red Auerbach. Remember, he said, "I'll draft you,
Yeah, of course he
and
saw the
I'll
potential.
draft you, and you could just sit on the bench and learn, and then
Yeah,
And Ralph was like, "Nah, that's all right."
Red was no joke though.
Yeah,
See
but
now,
that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what I'm saying when like all of them dudes, they at least had a couple of years, but now, and that's why I'm trying to say when John is saying that, it's just like, yo, you got to give, it's funny because he does it to defend Drake, but then he
right.
does it, against other star guys, like the way, like Ace Bailey or whoever. And it's like, you got to give them time, man. You got
No,
to give them time for their game to develop. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I play, you know what it is? Some of these guys are too young. And I'm talking about Leaf, John, all the guys that, they're young guys. But I'm saying, because remember, Derek Coleman was drafted 35 years ago, right? 36 years ago,
right.
right? But what I'm saying is, so they don't know what it's like to have a dude who like whether the potential actually ended up happening, they don't know what it was like Derek Coleman's first 3 or 4 years as
Oh,
a
he was a
Nets fan.
beast.
No, I'm
He was
saying
a
as a
beast.
Nets
Yeah,
fan.
yeah,
You
yeah,
were a
yeah.
Nets fan then?
Yeah.
So then you walk around with your chest puffed out?
Oh no, Derek Coleman was the man.
Yeah, then you walk around like,
It wasn't
yo,
even a question
we
about
ain't
that.
scared of the Knicks. We ain't scared,
No,
right? Like they
no,
had Oakley, right?
You
They
had
Oakley.
we had our enforcer, and he was an
Yeah.
enforcer when he came in. As soon as he came in,
And that's what I'm saying. They don't know what it's like to have a guy like that and then watch him progress
Yeah.
to the point where at his peak was that playoff series with Cleveland when he averaged
Right.
like 27 and a half and 13 and a half rebounds, and we just couldn't beat them because
Right.
they had more talent.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But they don't know what it's like to win like that where
But I'm not
where
seeing
people are
that
jealous
now.
of you.
I'm not
Huh?
seeing that. I'm not seeing that with this GM. That's what I'm saying. I'm not seeing the objective to be better. I'm seeing the objective to put a star out there so you can fill seats. I know the difference. I know when you want to. I know when
you want to grow with
you want
right?
to. Yeah. You sitting back and you just you're not being aggressive enough to get this talent here. You just I don't know if you shell shock from the big three or whatever the case may be, but
that's why I'm saying what's so unique about the younger what's so unique about our younger fans, like they don't know what it's like to have Anthony Edwards in year one. We do. No, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
because we had Derek Coleman. Now I'm saying, the other guy's career is going better, right? But I'm saying, but in the beginning, not only was he the number one pick, but he also was rookie of the year, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And, he was among the top 5, people at his position. Like we don't know what that's like to have a young guy and watch the trajectory. And
Right.
that's why I'm saying if you have that, you don't really care about the winning as much so fast. Like you could say, okay, we'll win 30 games. The next year we'll win 40. The next year we'll contend and win 50. That's
My
what I'm
thing,
saying.
my thing is they kind of like leaning on Yegor to be that because he was the eighth pick. My
Yeah.
thing with Yegor is he's not playing. He,
Well, I
I,
think
I
I
mean,
think that
even
that
if
is legit. I
I
think because
mean, I mean,
I had that this summer,
no, I'm not
and
saying that
oh,
it's not legit. I'm just saying, when what Leaf said, bad luck.
mhm.
If you drafted this guy knowing, it's like why would you draft somebody might be hurt, might have to
Oh, you
deal
mean
with?
the plantar fasciitis?
Yeah, yeah.
No, but I mean that's something that does go away with rest.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but man, it took a long. I had it almost the whole summer
It takes a long time. It takes a long
from
time.
late July all the
So
way till like almost
some
October.
his most crucial time to learn is now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that,
Yeah, and then the
because
greatest
he's
jumps,
young,
but also the greatest jumps they make. Like
it's
this is what
now.
Magic always said, but no,
It's
Magic
early.
always said the greatest jumps were between seasons
Right.
during the off season. That's the biggest
Right.
jump. So
Okay.
so even though Kobe didn't play more than Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones, right?
Not when he first got
He
in, no.
didn't. That's what I'm saying. But he's like, yo, I want to take Eddie's spot. So for me to take Eddie's spot, now once he knows what the NBA is all about, now he could really step up his training in the off season.
Okay. So
Magic
now,
said that's
well, that's
you
what
see the
Jaegor's
most
gonna have to
improvement.
do. That's what he's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
have to
what he's
do.
gonna have to do.
He's gonna
That
have to
is what he's
next
gonna have to
year
do.
come in as a different person.
Yep.
Basically. Now, I
Now
know
what you
I'm not
what you're also
saying
saying is maybe him and what's the name have the personality that you think is mirroring Sean Mark's personality, where they're just not assertive.
right.
They're nice guys. They're nice guys, but
Well, I
they
think
don't have no
Jaegor has a
meanness.
personality. I really do. I think he has the
Okay.
competitive spirit. My thing
Okay.
is you're gonna have to put in work. You can't be hurt at the beginning of your career.
Yeah.
It takes work, literally. Like
Yeah.
it ain't like you can 2 months and that's all I need in the lab. No, you
Yeah.
need more than 2 months in the lab. You know what I'm saying? You need your whole time to be in the lab.
I I feel like we're gonna end up. I feel like we're gonna end up trading Trayor, but for the wrong reason.
Well, that could be a mistake. Trayor might be
That's
the
what I'm trying to
one,
say.
the one
That's
that
what I'm trying to
actually
say.
pan
Like we're
out.
not gonna allow him. We're not gonna allow him to grow because
Because
we're
I could
just
see
gonna.
him
Because
going in the lab and getting a shot, getting better at
yeah,
shooting the
that's
three,
what I'm saying.
and then his
He's
game is going to
he's
open
gonna
up.
get he's gonna get stronger up top because he's only
Right, and he's
19.
going to get strong. Reason why is because he's been going to the rim his whole career.
Yeah,
His
he
whole
just has
career,
to
even in
adjust to
Europe.
who's
Right,
fouling him, right?
right. That's all he
You
got to
know
do.
what? That's what I was watching. Were you watching that with you were watching the Kansas game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, I
what I
watch it.
like about Peterson because there was
He goes
several
to the rim.
times that
Yeah.
he was getting fouled and they weren't calling it.
Oh no, yeah. But they're real in the
You know what I
NBA.
mean? And then he just had like they let him play.
Right,
I guess
right.
because it was Kansas State, right? They just let him
Yeah. Oh
play,
yeah, they
like
just
that
let him play.
interstate rivalry.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
was getting fouled a lot, and then they were being physical with him, but it didn't bother him at all.
No, it doesn't bother him.
That's what I like. That's what I liked about him. And that's sort of like, even though it's like a macho thing and a manly thing, it is a thing that, it's the thing that people don't like about Luca, even though he thinks it's not because Luca's soft, it's because he wants that competitive edge all the time.
Right.
He thinks he thinks he's fouled on every play. And people hate that he complains on every play. But
Right. Right.
also he is physical. So it's like you can't be physical and still complain on every play. You just gotta take the good with the bad.
Well, it seemed like
I mean,
Brooklyn
and
Detroit.
that's up to his coach. That's up to
Yeah.
his coach.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, maybe it's not, but I'm saying to me, maybe he's scared he'll lose him, but you gotta just say, yo, if you if if any of you get fines, there's gonna be a kangaroo court. Anybody who gets fined, I mean anybody who gets a tech, that's 10,000 you putting into our party at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Like the way he
Right.
gets
Right.
those calls. If you get a tech for arguing with a ref, you getting, put more money in the pot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you curb some of that behavior.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think you're right when it comes to the personalities of the guys. You have to see. But like for Drake, like I say, going back to Drake, I think he's too good for Long Island.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
there's anything else to prove there. So
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
people say just leave him in there and let him have a good year, guess
Right.
what? 2/3 of the NBA, no, I'll say 80% of the NBA don't care what you did in the G League. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
MVP, it don't matter. They don't care.
I only think the
So
only advantage to me for the G League as far as for the players is just letting them get their cardio and touching the ball.
Well, that's what someone said. I think Matt Finger said that. What do you want him to do? Just get cardio? And I'm like, hey, sometimes that's enough. Or
So I mean
watching
that's
the or learning and studying the players at this early age makes you better. You know,
right.
maybe some of them will keep a book on someone, right? And being the fact that, because think about it this way, while he's down, whatever games we have left, 18. But when he's with the BK team, you're watching film. You're watching you're listening to scouting reports of all of these teams that you're not gonna get that if you're in Long Island getting ready to play the so and so 76ers, right?
Right.
So even just that, the fact that you're game planning for real players, that's gonna help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It's
know.
gonna help. Yeah.
So that's what I would say. It's better to be there. The G League is for guys. To me, the G League is for guys that are marginal.
Okay. I see
That are
what you mean.
marginal, like like the Theo Pinsons and all of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you're a freaking stud like him, like that's what I'm trying to say. For everything they said about Drake Powell, oh, he's hesitant with this, or he needs to tighten his dribble. It's like, but then he goes down there and averages 17, like nothing. So obviously, he's just too superior down there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's too easy.
if you want him to improve if you want him to be more aggressive, let him be more aggressive in the NBA. Let him tighten his handle in the NBA. We're not. It's not like we're worried about winning games, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right. Right.
See, that's the problem with us. Some that fans, they want to win games. They want to win games and develop.
Yeah. They want to win now. And the patience is real thin. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And that's why I
Patience.
said once we got back that trade, once we got back those two picks, I was like, well, it's time to tank, and I could do this sitting on my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
I could do this standing on my head, as John Gotti would say, because I've done it before.
I'm gonna show something that like I remember a tweet that Parthon showed. I didn't see this game, but it was actual game that Drake was playing.
Who was
Go
it?
in the first quarter
Drake
of play.
Powell.
Here's Powell for the Nets. Driving hard down the lane, all the way to the rack, and he slams it down with the right
I mean,
hand. Oh my
of
goodness.
course he has that
Shot clock
athleticism.
off.
You
Down to
know,
15
he's
seconds to
Yeah.
go
athletic.
in the first quarter of play. Here's Powell for the Nets.
And this is why I'm saying he's doing this in the G League, but it doesn't, you know. I mean, that's the G League, though. That's the G League for you, you know.
And he did one of those. He did one of those like last month in the NBA, right?
Right? Yeah, he did. He did actually in the game. Yes, he did.
But this is what I'm saying. You gotta let him play because look, I bet you a slam like that will get the attention of the better players.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we know
And
he
they
has
all
a
know
seven.
they all know it's a like all the stars know the only difference between some players is confidence.
Yeah.
Right?
And your
you could be
situation,
really
you know.
talented.
You can be
you could,
talented and not be
and-
and be with
but-
a GM and a coach that they let's put it
Yeah.
in the right way. They could be dicks. You know, they can be like, I don't give a shit. It's my show.
And some of these guys are also
it ain't your
way
show,
more-
but I
they
pay
know
to see
that
the
you're
players
talented.
play.
It's sort of like the thing like when they say about the like when you boxing someone and they say you better get him now. You better
Right.
get him now before he learns more of the game because then he's gonna be a future champ, but maybe
Right.
you need to beat him now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like that for these guys because you know the better they get, the better they get, So you got to do all of that to them now. But we need talent, man. We need talent. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
I'm looking for to see can we get the most, So anyway, you were gonna say your order because I gave my order on Twitter. I'll say it again here. But what's your order if you get the number one pick, or
I would
if we
take-
get the top 4 picks, or if we get the
I would
top 4
take-
picks, what's your order? Not knowing who other teams are gonna take.
Personally, I would take the best available. But if I had the first pick, oh man, that's tough.
Because for me,
Because-
I already got my order.
I would take the bastard because we need a win.
Yeah, the bastard.
We
It's
need a
AJ.
win. Yeah,
Then
and
for
then
me,
I
it's
would.
Peterson.
Yeah, because I think Peterson. If it was just best available, I think Peterson is the most explosive of them all. You know,
Okay.
like his potential can be off the chart, but we don't have the team for him.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know what I'm
So
saying?
I think either player we don't have the team for. You almost got to build it around whoever you're getting.
we got to
This
get a
is the
superstar.
This
We
is
got to
the
get.
megastar. The other guys.
That's
we
why I
already
said
drafted are
Zion.
just role guys.
Yeah, that's why I say Zion. Get Zion to take some of the heat off of these guys.
But you know what? But you see what I'm saying is, I don't think you need. If you get one of these top 4 guys, I don't think you need to bring in a star right away. You just need, they need to
Okay.
go through their lumps. They need to go through their lumps, and our other players who we already have, our sophomores, need to improve. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
now the thing is, do you still want to cut bait? Do you still want to keep or cut bait those other people like the Clownies and all of them, and the Zaires and all of them? Do you still want to keep them or not? That'll be the big question. Because obviously, if you get a 4, like, because my top 4 is AJ, then Peterson, then Caleb, then Boozer. So I
Okay.
know a lot of people have Boozer
Boozer.
going
second
either one
or one or
through two
two.
or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
but
to
I
three.
would take, and the reason is Caleb Boozer is Boozer is the most complete player out of all four of them,
Well, they
you
need
know. But
him.
but to me, he's the least athletic.
Right.
And I mean, he's strong. You got that, but I'm saying he's the least athletic, and I need somebody that's an athletic freak like the rest of them.
Yeah, but I can understand Boozer too, because we need somebody in that paint, man, that could score, and I don't see that with Danny Wolf. I'm sorry.
But see, I know I see what you're saying, but I don't see
understand.
that with.
I understand his. I see his role a little different. I see him being the mismatch, the unicorn out there.
You know what I think? You know what I think his thing is? You know who I think his NBA comp is?
Who?
Kevin Love.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I know some people are saying you get this guy, he's won at every level and this and that, but I'm saying, well, he doesn't have the size of a Tim Duncan.
No, he doesn't.
He's not that big. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's not. He's not a center. He's just not, to me.
A small ball guy. He's a small ball guy, but really a 4, right?
Right. He's a 4
so
that has potential to be a great scorer at 4. But I mean,
especially if we ever get back to the basket and stuff.
Right.
And he could shoot. He could shoot the 3.
Oh, he ain't scared to shoot the 3. He got to show me this year that he can get over 40%.
Yeah,
he has to.
He's like,
you can't take that shot really, and be under 40%.
But see, you're saying that but you're saying that I would say over 35, not because the league average is like 34, right?
Right.
So
if he can hit the
40%
league average,
is high.
Yeah, well, I want. That's the
yeah. You want to score?
I want to score. I want him. I don't want him to take 10 threes though. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
So that's why I say close to 40%, because he ain't gonna take that many. When you do, I want you to hit it.
Let someone in the chat come in and say, why am I taking Caleb over him?
Oh, okay.
To me, I want Caleb over him because he's a better athlete.
Okay. Yeah,
doesn't mean he's a better.
I understand.
At this time, he's not the superior basketball player. Boozer is the superior basketball player. But I'd rather have Caleb and live with the potential of who he is.
Yeah, Jamal, I don't want to see that ass whipping.
Yeah, not even watchable is right.
It's not even watchable. I can watch that on tape.
Right.
I can watch it on tape, so I can criticize them later. I'll skim through it. I'm recording the game, so I'll skim through it.
I remember when they used to have the games on rerun. Remember? Yeah, and I just record that and try to watch it. Yeah, but like I'm saying, that's my 4. That's my order.
Okay, that's not bad. Now.
And what I'm saying is, I'm starting with AJ. You get him, you could build the whole franchise around it. You get Peterson, you got to do some moving around, because now you're talking about maybe we might potentially trade Drake Powell. You know what I mean?
Get smacked.
But I do believe that Drake Powell and Danny Wolf, they could have been taken in the second round.
Yeah. I could tell that they're getting smacked. You know why I know they're getting smacked, Jamal? It's because a lot of people are watching the show. They're not watching the game.
Look, you see that score?
I see the count on the X and you see, yeah, I see the score.
You see that
too.
score at the top of? Now I'm talking about Orlando.
Oh yeah,
and
the Timberwolves.
They beat Minnesota,
Yeah.
and Bankero had, him and Bain had 55 points. So now John got to come back and tell us what's going on with that. Because he's saying they have a problem with the coach and this
But I
and
do
that.
have a show today, Jamal.
Oh, you have the thing
And-
tonight, right?
Yeah. I gotta get off anyway because I gotta make the thumbnail.
All right. Prepare. Got you.
Yeah, I gotta prepare.
All right,
for
so
the
that's
show.
9:30 tonight.
9:30 tonight. Yes.
Yeah, if I
9:30
can make
tonight.
it, I'll definitely come through.
Yeah.
All right.
9:30. Yes.
All right,
Yes.
man.
All
Good
right,
talking
LB.
with you. Good reading all of Jamal. And
Thank you,
definitely
LB, for being here.
Leaf. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, Scott.
LB on X, right? Don't you be on X, LB?
Yeah. Yeah, all
You
the
want to
time.
shout out your thing? I know you be on Nets Twitter.
Well,
So.
I think that is it. LBL for Life 1. So
Okay, yeah, y'all could get in touch
same
with
thing
him there.
on Elon Musk's junk. Whatever.
I like to thank Leaf. Leaf is
Yes, definitely.
yeah, Leaf is cool. Jamal in the chat. We didn't have too many people in the chat. I guess people were crying. They somewhere crying. They don't want to talk. They just want to hear, but they don't want to talk.
Also, don't forget. Oh yeah. So, you know what, man? Also, let you know. Tomorrow at Queens College is the Final Four. Of the
That's right. The
PSAL.
high school game. Yeah.
Yeah. So, my school that I teach is in there.
Okay.
The defending champs.
All right.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So it's a double header, and whoever wins tomorrow, the chip is Thursday at St. John's.
St. John's University.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So it should be good, man.
Yeah. Don't high school games be good, especially when it gets to the tournament.
You know what I noticed the other day? I was just telling someone because they had a live feed on YouTube of the last game that they just won, and I was like, you know what I noticed now? The high school games need 3 refs.
Yeah,
it's too fast for them.
They should have been.
It's
been
too
always.
fast for them.
Yeah, the guys. They should have always been though.
Because they only have 2, and they be missing mad calls.
Of course, and you can't blame them because there's an angle not being seen at all.
Yeah,
the
because
time.
they're running behind, and then they're calling the wrong call because there's only 2 of them. You know.
Right.
You need that third person.
All right, good people. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. And I appreciate y'all.
All
don't
right.
forget
I
to sign up.
man.
Don't forget. Oh, yes. Oh, one more thing. And to my X fans, X, Twitter, and to YouTube. Next month is 1 year since I started this channel. I appreciate everybody. I think I'm going to do a giveaway. A giveaway. So I'll keep everybody
Don't
tuned.
give away Nets gear. You got to give out something better.
I might have a giveaway. If I can reach 100 subscribers on YouTube. I'll have the information next week. So hang around.
And if you don't subscribe, Sean Marks is gonna have a giveaway.
All right. Later, everybody. Peace.
All right. Peace.